Hi everybody. Anybody out there getting poor sleep at the moment? Not getting the right amount of sleep, which is affecting your well-being? Because sleep is very important. It do help a lot with us. And in this current situation we're in at the moment, maybe there could be a few people out there that are being affected by poor sleep. Normally, sometimes if you're suffering with mental health problems, sometimes that may occur as well, because there's a lot of anxiety around it, a lot of negative overthinking with your thoughts and worry, stress. Stress can bring it on. The mind just creates and just gets overactive, and it can't, your mind is just like on an overload, if you like. And sometimes that can cause like poor sleep in itself. But the first thing, like improving it, how can you improve it? The first thing is getting to the root cause of what exactly is causing you to have poor sleep. It could be related through a number of things as well, like the stress, like I just said, the stress, worry, overthinking. And if you're already suffering with mental health problems, that in itself can make it even more difficult. It kind of like is all negative. It kind of like plays on it a little bit, enable you to probably not function very well throughout the day. Not getting, like I said, not getting that right amount of sleep. Makes you feel drained, low in energy, tired because you haven't had that right amount of sleep. And then all that may play on with your thoughts as well. The thoughts may become a little bit taxing to cope with. So getting to the root problem of it, that's your first thing. What's causing it? Stress. If it's stress, a good thing to improve stress is exercise. Exercise, it helps to de-stress. Movement in itself is good. If we're not very mobile, that in itself can make us feel a bit low in ourselves. So it's like a big circle thing going on. So stress, exercise, doing some form of exercise each day can help as well. And a lot of things as well. Another thing that can actually do it is, if you haven't done much during the day, they say fresh air is good for us. It's really good for us. So make sure going out for your daily walk each day. That's a form of exercise that will help de-stress as well. The overthinking with worrying about a certain situation, what can you do about it? It's like when you start worrying, overthinking, you get drawn into it and your mind can't rest. What happens is your mind cannot rest when you're overthinking, and that could obviously bring on the stress as well. So whatever you're worried about and overthinking is getting to that cause and coping with that. That's your main thing, is getting to the root cause of what is causing you to and not be able to sleep properly. So ways of improving it, like I said, with exercise, that will help with stress. Another thing as well, you have to have some downtime with it as well. You've got to get that, you have to get that balance there, because it's just created overload, and that brings on the anxiety as well. So in the evenings, I would try and do a routine, set up a routine, an evening routine, to help ground yourself. You have, to ground yourself a little bit, bring you back down to that level. ways to improve it. I mean, it's all what works for you as an individual as well, what the exact problem is as well. Everybody's different in what, how to cope with it, what works for them, what works for the actual individual itself. So I said exercise for stress. It's like trying to pull away as well from that overthinking, because overthinking in itself builds into something really big. It just can escalate and cause a few problems. So if it's your thoughts, like if you're experiencing, if it's overthinking, erratic thinking of certain things, maybe sort of like you have to, like I said, you have to get that level there, because if you're overthinking a lot before you go to bed, that is going to, cause a few problems with your sleep, because your mind can't rest either. When you go to sleep, you rest, and your mind needs to rest too. You need to recuperate from your day-to-day things that you do. You need that rest. You need to be able to wind down a little bit. So have an evening routine, not too active. Maybe try some relaxing things. Pull away from that worry by having a little routine of maybe if you've got a bath. Some people just have showers. If you've just got a shower, have a hot shower to relax yourself before you go to bed, because that will relax your body. And if your body is relaxed, your mind will relax. If you've got a bath, have a nice hot bath before you go to bed. Maybe some relaxing music, wind down with some relaxing music. Meditation, try a bit of meditation. If you haven't tried it, just try some meditation with it. Just maybe a short one. You can get some sleep ones if you look up on the internet, and they're very good as well for anxiety as well. It just help you to relax when you go to bed. There are many things you can do. Try to put away from things that is going to make you feel a bit, your mind overload before you go to bed. Now, these things, they take a bit of time, practice, but it's something you practice. The more you do it, the more better you get it as well. Because, like I said, not getting enough sleep plays havoc with our well-being. And if you're already suffering with mental health problems, it's an even bigger issue, because it can bring on your symptoms a bit more. Like with stress, is no good if you already suffer with mental health problems. The maybe worrying about you may have had a bad time. The situation we're in now, a lot of people being stressed, worry and anxiety, all that can just affect your sleep in itself. And the more it goes on, it's just how it affects you within yourself. So sleep is very important. It's getting the right amount of sleep for you as an individual, and getting into that routine. Maybe going to bed at a certain time, the same time every night. Getting up in the morning at the same time. Getting back that routine. Like I said, some people have sleeping tablets, but you have to deal with the problem in itself as well that's causing you to not be able to sleep. And there are many different other natural remedies that can help as well with like with your sleep, to get the proper sleep as well. You know, just relax, like I said, have a evening routine of relaxation so you can wind down a bit during the day. You know, find some coping strategies that's not going to stop you from overthinking. Pull away from that overthinking, because and the worry and the anxiety. Find some coping strategies that work for you during the day, because if you haven't got no coping strategies, all that worry, overthinking, you're taking it to bed with you, and it just overloads. The mind gets still active when you're trying to sleep. So I just wanted to do this video to ways of improving it, ways of getting the right amount of sleep. You know, what works for you. You know, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that may be useful that might work for you as an individual, because like I said, is you have to find that balance and what works for you as an individual, because everybody's different, and what they do in a way, as one might do one thing and it might not work for somebody else. You know, it's all about what you want to do as an individual, really. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I said the exercise, an evening routine of relaxation, relaxing music as well, just wind down. You know, a lot of the time, maybe as well, like if you're watching a film in the evening and you're like, and you do have problems sleeping, sometimes that carries, you might, if you're watching something that's really powerful, say like a film that's a bit, everybody's got their own different types of films, isn't they? But when you're watching something that's overpowering, sometimes it can overpower the mind as well. So, but yeah, it's very important to have a daily routine as well to help you with your sleep in the evening, because then it draws you away from your anxiety, to help with your anxiety, worry, overthinking, because sometimes you can get drawn in, like I said, with them, if you're experiencing thoughts that keep coming, like overthinking, worrying about this situation at the moment that we're in, this lockdown. But at the end of the day, we have to make the best of what we can to help with our well-being, and that's all important as well, is getting through it. So having those coping strategies as well that will enable you to get better sleep, to improve your sleep. If you're worrying about this current situation, with the lockdown, how it's affected you, just like I said, have a goal to look forward to for when we come out of this lockdown, and kind of like get back to normal a little bit. If you're missing your family, you haven't seen your family for I don't know how long, because of certain reasons, you will do so. We will get out of this. You will be able to do all that. If that's worrying and affecting your sleep, there's loads of different things that can affect our sleep. But so having that goal, maybe for when something you like doing, something that you want to do, to look forward to for when we come out of this lockdown, these restrictions. Because the way I look at it, at the moment, we've got the vaccines, we're going forward. Okay, it might be seeming like it's dragging on, but we're in a better position now with vaccines moving forward than we was back last year. So that's one positive thing as well. So yeah, this video was about poor sleep and what you can really do to improve it. Because like I said, sleep is very important. If our sleep's messed up, then it starts to affect how we're feeling within ourselves, our well-being as well. So I'm going to end the video there. I hope this video would be of some help to somebody or someone, and please share, and if you wish to subscribe, feel free to. You know, I do a number of different videos for mental health, and so if you wish to subscribe, please do, and give us a like.